Hey, how's it going, everyone? Time for today's YouTube recap. Here in front of us, we could see live order flow through the 4-hour footprints chart. If you're unfamiliar with these charts, go to the home of the YouTube channel, and I have a quick video on how to read these charts. But we see these three levels, right? Two sell zones, one buy zone highlighted in the daily plan that I share through YouTube on the community tab as well as on StockTwits. As of right now, you could see just before 1 p.m. Eastern, a high day has been at our first sell zone. So let's go into the making of the sell zone, and then we will look at some more intraday order flow through the 30-minute chart. So creating daily plan step one, as always, I always start with the TPO chart. Each one of these that I'm circling is called a market profile. People call these market profile charts as well. So we're looking at the shapes of the profiles, the highs, the lows, where points of control are lying, value area high, value area low, stuff like that to gauge market sentiment as well as other things that I have listed here. From there, I'll annotate it and I throw it on our Discord server. From there, I go to the 4-hour chart, how we just saw live, and I'll annotate everything that I see here. Are we accumulating a bid, an offer? Do we have an aggressive offer that's maybe moving down on the tape, an aggressive bid that's moving up on the tape, trapped volume? Air pockets of volume, a whole bunch of things that is very important to know what's going on in the market, to know market sentiment, and also places that could be inflection points that we can later then use to execute off of when we're intraday trading. From there, I go to the daily, and it's the same exact thing, but now we're having a little bit zoomed out frame. Looking at the past few days, again, bid, offer, someone moving up on the tape. Do we have trap volume, exhaustion at highs, lows, a whole bunch of things. I just wanted to touch on this. I posted this on the community tab as well. But especially with StockTwits, there's so many people who just have a gambling mentality and just excuse everything that they don't know for news leaked, or they blame it on politics, left, right, it doesn't matter. So I posted this because everyone was saying that the jobless claims and continuing jobless claims that came out at 8:30 a.m. was leaked, and that's why we're drifting up. Or some people said it was drifting up to leave room for when the news hits and we drop, to zero. But this right here, I said, want to know why the overnight session drifted upwards? No, not because the news was leaked. That's an excuse that people use when they don't understand market mechanics. Look at the far left candle that we have here. Let me just finish reading this. I just go over it, right? Yeah. All right. So let's look at this far left candle. What can we see from this left candle? Not even looking at the order flow, right? Not even looking at these transacted contracts. Well, we have the low, high, open, close. Look at this close. Now we're going to start looking at the actual order flow. When this candle closes up here, where are the majority of these contracts that were transacted throughout this candle? Below the close. And what does that mean? That means, sorry, that's not the best line. That means that everyone below this close, that transacted below this, sellers, are trapped, right? We, too, have this confirmed by a double buying imbalance. We have exhaustion at the lows, right? 6,600 contracts, 6,900 contracts, 29, 25, and then we have less than 500 contracts transacted at the lows, right? Exhaustion. And what are these trap participants going to do? Well, they have to stop out, right? Now, it's not something like you or I where we transact over 1, 2, 3 ticks to put on or take off our full size. This is much bigger than this. Much bigger size is what I'm saying. And it takes time for these participants to stop out, and they are fuel for a further up move. Now, when we move right and look at this candle, where does it close? Above a majority of this volume, almost all of this volume, right? We're closing at the highs, and this is rinse and repeat. This is how the market works, and I have it worded best over here. All markets are fueled by poor positioning and late speculators. That's it. So when we trap all these participants, right, on this second candle, once it closes, all these sellers are trapped. We come up here, and now we see a lot of selling, right? Sellers, 18,000 contracts, 3,800, but we see a bid. A bid is holding, and even though we're selling more than is being bought, we don't move off of who's buying or selling more. You have to think of like an order book, right? There still could be people willing to buy on the order book, and clearly that's what we see. Bid is holding, holding, just taking, absorbing all these buyers. Sorry. And then we push up, and then we have more fuel that is underwater. Rinse and repeat, day in, day out. That is how the market works. Now, we use this on multiple time frames. We use the TPO charts and market auction theory, a whole bunch of different things that we can then all put together and create. Where is it? Our daily plan, right? So let's look at the actual, right, there's nothing else here. Yeah, that's it. So let's look at the intraday order flow. Of course, we saw that the high day was at that first sell zone. And every morning, once I create or finish my daily plan, I'll record a video that goes over each of the levels, the exact reasoning behind them, what I saw from the footprint, what I saw from TPO, and as well as just the market logic that I abide by, what goes into each level, and I'll upload that to the video library on the site. Now we have a whole intro series that goes over how I use a TPO, every aspect of it, footprint, but not only that, how I execute off of these levels. So here, what do we see into our sell zone? Well, this open 30 candle closes where? At the highs, and look at the majority of the volume. Underwater, fuel for the upside to then meet our sell zone. And what do we see in this area right here? A lot of concentrated volume, exhaustion, zero print, complete exhaustion at the highs, perfect sell opportunity into the sell zone where we come back to trend, right? We're trending here, and now we've been consolidating here, but perfect entry opportunity over here. Is there anything else that I want to go over? If anyone is interested in minimizing their risk exposure in the markets, I will leave a link in the description for Apex Trading. They're a prop firm. Rather than trading your own capital, you could put a firm's capital at risk. Of course, they're not going to hand you an account of $50, $100, $250,000 just because you say you're a good trader. You have to pass an evaluation. So it's something like you have to make X amount in 7 trading days without, having a drawdown of X amount. It all depends on what size account you evaluate for, and then you could trade their capital. And for a lot of people, it's easier to risk like a firm's capital rather than your own, of course. And also, most people could trade larger size than they would be able to if they're trading their own capital. So I'll leave a link in the description. It's 50% off of any evaluation in your lifetime if you do, hopefully when you do, pass the evaluation and your live account. So I'll leave a link in the description. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next market recap.